Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, over 6 million in the metro, and a stronghold of American history. It is also the home of some wonderful bridges crossing the Delaware River, of which the city sits along the banks of. So in this video, we're going to talk about all the bridges that connect Philadelphia to its New Jersey suburbs on the other side of the Delaware River. Hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe for more as we explore the bridges of Philadelphia. So for those who've been following the channel for a while, you know that up until recently, the majority of my videos covered the southeastern U.S. Recently, I've been in the midst of a massive trip to explore the Northeast, which contains many of America's largest and most densely populated cities. It is also the home of many wonderful types of transportation infrastructure. Though personally, I would probably consider Baltimore more northern than southern, Philadelphia is the first metro area on the I-95 corridor that everyone can universally agree is considered to be up north. While I have some major issues with some parts of the roadway network in Philly, particularly a certain east-west interstate, on this video we're going to talk about one of the more impressive things about the area, its bridges. A subscriber in the comments suggested this video a couple months ago upon seeing my drive over the Benjamin Franklin Bridge. So I figured, why not? We're going to start from the south and work our way north with some background history and information on each bridge, as well as my thoughts and experience driving over them. The first bridge on the list is the Commodore Barry Bridge. While it does not connect New Jersey to Philadelphia proper, it does connect to Chester, Pennsylvania, a core city in the Philadelphia metro, more specifically Chester and Logan Township, New Jersey. The Commodore Barry Bridge is one of 4 bridges in the Philadelphia area owned by the Delaware River Port Authority. It is named for Revolutionary War hero and Philadelphia resident John Barry. Construction on this bridge began in 1969 and it opened in 1974 at a cost of $115 million. With a main span of 1,644 feet, it is the longest cantilever bridge in the United States and the 4th longest in the entire world. This bridge is unique in that it has an odd number of lanes at 5. The lanes are divided with a zipper barrier to adjust the number of lanes per direction depending on congestion. When I traveled over it, there were 2 lanes in each direction and the 3rd lane on the eastbound side appeared to be blocked off. Originally, the Commodore Barry Bridge was intended to be part of a freeway, potentially an I-95 spur route to connect I-95 in Chester with the Atlantic City Expressway in New Jersey. However, those plans were canceled when they were deemed to have too much impact on the town of Glassboro, New Jersey. So how much will it cost you to drive over this one? $5 for your standard passenger car and $7.50 per axle for trucks and other large vehicles. This only applies to entering Pennsylvania. There is no toll for driving into New Jersey. It carries approximately 35,000 vehicles per day of traffic, making it the least busy of the bridges in the area. My personal thoughts on this one, it was a pretty nice view going into Chester, but the bridge deck definitely needs some work. I've seen worse though. Moving on up the river, we come to the Walt Whitman Bridge, which carries Interstate 76 over the Delaware River. The Walt Whitman Bridge is a suspension bridge that connects Philadelphia with Gloucester City in Camden County, New Jersey. It is named for Walt Whitman, a poet who lived in nearby Camden, New Jersey. A suspension bridge at 11,981 feet, the Walt Whitman Bridge is one of the largest on the east coast of the United States. The Walt Whitman Bridge began construction in 1953 and was opened by 1957. Today it has 7 lanes of traffic, 3 on each side, and a center lane utilizing the same zipper model that the Commodore Barry Bridge uses to adjust direction depending on traffic. Originally, this bridge was a part of I-676, but in 1972, I-76 and 676 switched places to where I-76 now rides across this bridge. Though not a part of the bridge structure itself, of note is one of the wackiest interchanges you'll find in America, which is that interchange between I-95 and I-76 immediately upon entering Philadelphia from the Walt Whitman Bridge. The cost for driving this one? Like the Commodore Barry Bridge, it is tolled only when leaving New Jersey, and the toll is also $5 for cars and $7.50 per axle for trucks and other large vehicles. The Walt Whitman Bridge is the busiest of Philly's bridges at 120,000 vehicles per day of traffic. As a driver, you can't really see the skyline from this bridge as it enters Philadelphia over the port and other industrial areas, but the bridge deck is in great condition and it's a pretty comfortable bridge crossing. Just be prepared for the turmoil that awaits should you continue west through the city on I-76. The next bridge is my personal favorite of the bunch and perhaps the most well-known of Philadelphia's bridges, the Benjamin Franklin Bridge. It is named for Benjamin Franklin, one of America's premier historical figures and founding fathers who helped draft and sign the United States Declaration of Independence. A very important figure in Philadelphia history. Even beyond this bridge, there are several structures and infrastructure named after him in the area. The Benjamin Franklin Bridge is also a suspension bridge and carries I-676 over a direct connection between Center City, Philadelphia, in Camden, New Jersey. It is the oldest of Philadelphia's bridges and originally opened in 1926 at a cost of $37 million. Looks like the 100-year anniversary will be coming up soon for this one. The bridge is 9,650 feet and carries 7 lanes of traffic along with 2 Patco rail tracks and 2 sidewalks. It offers some pretty good views of the Philadelphia skyline crossing from New Jersey. The best views from the bridge itself are from walking, as the bridge structure somewhat limits the viewing angle while driving. RCA Pier over in Camden at the waterfront is also a good spot to catch some views of the bridge, the Delaware River, and the Philadelphia skyline. Check it out if you get the chance. The bridge deck on this bridge is also in pretty good condition. Looks like the tolls here are at least being put to good use. Speaking of tolls, the cost is the same here as the other bridges, $5 and $7.50. I'm starting to see a trend of tolls only having to be paid when leaving New Jersey rather than the other way around. Quite interesting. The Benjamin Franklin Bridge sees around 100,000 vehicles per day of traffic. After you enter Philadelphia from this bridge, you're met with a rare interstate standards violation at Franklin Street. And see, traffic lights. That's right, traffic lights on an interstate highway. This was deemed necessary in order to preserve the historic Franklin Square while providing access to Interstate 95 from Interstate 676. Our next bridge is the Betsy Ross Bridge, named for Betsy Ross, a Philadelphia seamstress and known for creating the first American flag back in 1776. This made the Betsy Ross Bridge the first American automotive bridge named for a woman. The Betsy Ross Bridge carries 6 lanes of New Jersey 90 from Pennsauken into the Bridesburg neighborhood of Philadelphia. Notably, the Pennsylvania 90 designation is absent from what I saw while driving over the bridge back in September. It is a steel truss bridge clocking in at 8,485 feet and carries approximately 39,980 vehicles per day. Originally constructed in 1974 at a cost of $103 million, it was actually not open to traffic until 2 years later in 1976. The delay was due to neighborhood concerns over how the bridge would connect to Richmond Avenue. Many in the area were also concerned about the impact of big truck traffic, with this route known as Pennsylvania 90's plan to be extended up to Roosevelt Boulevard. Ultimately, this route, known as the Pulaski Expressway, was canceled and some pretty interesting ghost ramps left behind in its wake. Though some of them have now been put into service as a connection to Armingo Avenue, we can still see a few remnants via Google satellite imagery. The toll structure here is slightly different, though still only applies to traffic leaving New Jersey. It is still $5 for passenger cars, but $7 rather than $7.50 per axle for large vehicles. There is also a senior discount for those over 65, which allows them to cross the bridge for only $2 per trip. While the bridge deck itself appeared to be in good shape, the ramps leading up to it on the Pennsylvania side were in dire straits and looked and felt like they hadn't been serviced in years. Our final bridge on this list is the Tacony-Palmyra Bridge. Its name comes from the Tacony neighborhood of Philadelphia and the New Jersey borough of Palmyra, which it connects. Completed in 1929 at a cost of $4.1 million, it carries 3 lanes of Pennsylvania and New Jersey 73, along with 2 sidewalks for pedestrians and bikers. It is a combination of steel-tied arc and double-leaf bascule bridge. It has a total length of 3,659 feet. Unlike the other bridges, which are owned by the Delaware River Port Authority, this one is owned and operated by the Burlington County Bridge Commission of New Jersey. Tolls here are also different. There's a $4 cash toll from crossing into Pennsylvania, and it's $3 for Easy Pass users. It is promoted as a lower cost alternative to the nearby Betsy Ross Bridge and carries approximately 50,000 vehicles per day. All right, there you have it, guys. A little bit of history and info on the great bridges of Philadelphia. Have you yet had a chance to drive or walk across any of these bridges? If so, which one is your favorite? Which one is your least favorite? If you haven't been across these bridges, what are you waiting for? As always, thanks for watching. See you on the next trip, coming soon to a town near you.